Hi. I want to talk about my fear of being labeled a communist or a bleeding heart. Um, Polyanna, I've been called that. Vanilla. That one was particularly mean. I don't know why, because I don't know. It's funny. Uh, but mostly being called a communist. It seems like such a huge insult. Um, I definitely I have found it doesn't really help to be on the defensive. Um, I figure when people do this, it's almost like they become on the defensive. Really, what they're saying is, I'm uncomfortable with what you're talking about. No kidding, lady. Everybody wants to fix the world. Everyone wants to save the children. But, that's obvious. But it's human nature. It's always been this way. Um, but still, I have a fear of it, so that someone would discount me and suggest that I don't matter and my opinion doesn't matter because I'm just whatever. I'm just one of those bleeding hearts. I'm just a communist. And therefore, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. They can just kind of write me off. So I guess my fear would be around being attacked verbally again. I just did your blog on bullying. So this is a specific kind, really, of bullying and labeling someone as, oh, well, she's just one of those, kind of grouping me into something and suggesting that I can be ignored and what I said can be ignored. And for that fear, I think mostly I just realize sometimes when people make those comments, it is an excuse to do nothing. When I suggested that to people, they don't agree with me. They don't think it's an excuse to do nothing. I think there is, unfortunately, we've been brainwashed to the extent that people actually do sincerely believe that they are helpless and that we are pretty hopeless as human beings, and they therefore cling on to. So it's understandable if you are helpless and hopeless, and you have to cling on to the thought of a great design in the afterlife, and it's okay because this is the way it's supposed to be. These people are supposed to suffer, and these other people are supposed to harm, I guess, because both these beings are going through what they need to go through in this life experience. So when people label me, it does anger me and hurts me. So I feel anger and sadness and fear sometimes that they would maybe physically harm me if someone said that I was a communist and that I was perhaps that my message was dangerous. And mostly for these kinds of things, I don't want to not speak out because that's not best for all. So mostly for these kind of things, I realize that me worrying about it and engulfing myself, accepting this fear and instead of letting it go, is literally a waste of time. It doesn't change it. Do I want to take precautions to be safe? Yes. I don't want to deliberately upset people. I just want to speak up about injustices that I see and promote a system of equality in the world. So with the fear label, there is a strong fear, especially with you're a communist, fear and recoiling, and I do consider, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. So that's definitely what people would want. That's why it's instilled, like the word communist has become like a dirty word, and actually, I mean, living in community. That's not what I'm promoting anyway. Living a communistic government. No, that's not what I'm promoting. So what I do is I remind myself that I'm wasting my time, inviting the fear to stay, and instead I breathe and let myself know that I am cautious in my life, but if I have a life where I just get through life, then to me that's no life at all. I'm not prepared to do that. And I remind myself that sometimes these people that say these things, well, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't think that they were one and equal to me. They are. I have thought these things as well. I remind myself I've been there, I've thought that before. I don't think I'm better than. I'm equal to these people, and if I believe in equality, then I should offer that to everyone, not just people who agree with me. If I believe in a true community of this world, of human beings, then I should be patient and yet careful. It doesn't mean I let abuse in my home or engage on the internet with someone who's being abusive in an abusive conversation or relationship. But if someone is willing to engage respectfully, it's fine, because then we can chat back and forth. We don't have to always agree on everything. Communicate. So these are a number of things that I do and remind myself of. And I remind myself, too, to not stay in my mind, because fear is in my mind. And I'm here in the physical. And, yeah, that's what I wanted to say about being labeled communist, Polyanna, bleeding heart. Okay, now, it's funny. Anyway, thanks.